What made you think of T and Jack?
I've had a couple.
Oh, really? I don't think I've ever had that.
I've always I don't know. I don't want to say I was taught, but you mix the colors of whatever drink and the juice, and they usually go well together. So it's like a good rule of thumb. Yeah.
You know, I never asked you what got you into like drawing and like illustrating. Yeah.
Shoot, ever since I was a little kid, I just
Doodled.
I did. I
Dabbled.
used to
You were-
copy like the
you were a
drawings that
doodler.
were like
Doodler.
on my shirts even,
Doodler.
or
'Cause
that
he's
were
a-
on like
'cause
tech
he's a
decks
dude.
and
Oh
like
yeah.
World Industries.
Wet Willie, Flame Boy.
Yeah,
A
and
dude-
Blind
dude
too. I used to
line.
draw those all the time,
Hey,
and then I drew
you-
Dragon Ball Z.
Why
And
don't you tell them the
then
truth? You doodle because you're a dude.
I did. I'm a doodle dude.
Doodle dude.
I'm a doodle dude at heart.
Dude, I used to draw Dragon Ball Z all the time.
Yeah, that was fun for me, and it was easy because it was like angular and a lot of
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
lines, and it was like I could like create a scene on my paper with it.
Exactly, with
But-
like the rocks and like their
Mhm.
little thingies.
Yeah, where it took off though was graffiti. That's
Oh, yeah.
when I got to like combine everything about myself. I was able to like incorporate my rebelliousness, my creativity, and my freedom, and my just being like sneaky. It was like an alter ego. It was all ego. In fact, that's
So you're
like
trying
what
to be
a
a bad
graffiti
boy.
artist was like. It was like an
Egotistical.
egotistical.
They're writing their
but
name.
The most insecure person ever.
Nice.
Because
Cholo's got feelings too, man.
yeah.
I think that's what I've
Yeah,
always
cool.
liked about graffiti art is you can be super low key and anonymous, but you can still be out there and kind of it's like the perfect introverts.
yeah.
It's a perfect job for like an introvert.
It's a
Perfect
way.
hobby for
It's a way
introvert.
for
I tried
them
it
to be
once.
bold. It's a way for them
What
to
happened?
Wasn't
you
my
know,
thing.
live out loud without being, in the
Without
spotlight.
exactly.
Stephanie, I just saw your shirt. That's so fucking sick.
Oh, thank you.
And I think it's funny because you're Asian, and those are like those Asian bags you get like
Oh.
at Chinese food
Yeah.
stores.
I was like, why does that look
Oh.
familiar?
You should
Yeah.
see like all the drunk guys that when I wear this to work, like
That's
they're
so
like,
cool.
"Thank you, I haven't received anything yet." Yeah.
Uh-huh.
like-
clever.
I'm like, that's a good one, but no.
Do you, like I could see you singing. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
Oh my god.
See, I'm corny, but I don't say shit like that to girls.
What if a dude
like,
sung that Katy Perry song instead of saying, "Oh, I didn't receive anything yet"? Like,
What-
what's a better pickup line for that shirt? Or what do you want to hear from that shirt?
From this shirt?
Yeah.
Probably not a pickup line.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
What's the corniest thing you've ever said to
Unless
a girl?
there's a spider on your
corniest
shirt.
thing?
Probably
Well,
not enough.
Yeah.
I don't want you to
exactly.
embarrass yourself.
Dude, trust me. I got kids. I'm already embarrassed. No, my kids embarrass me all the time. Fuck, the corniest thing I've ever said. I mean, I could think of corny things. I don't know what's at the top of the list.
Like
I
something.
got one.
What is it?
Like, you know, when girls say, like, you're cheesy. I'm like, it's not easy to be
Cheesy.
cheesy.
Oh, the
Like,
cheese-
Like
cheesiest.
cheesy if it's good enough works. Like I noticed your shirt says thank you. If I can get you to take it off, you'll thank me later.
Oh, that's a good one.
that's pretty
Yeah.
cheesy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's
I
weird.
thought that sucked. That was
Need some,
pretty good.
need
I
some,
like
crack-
that one.
need some
like that
crackers
one.
with that cheese.
It's so funny. He's not older. He's an old man. He every time he comes in, he tells me the same pickup line every single time.
It's gonna
Are you
work
from
for
Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. So every time now he asks me, I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not from
You know what
Tennessee,
he's
and I just walk
doing?
away.
He's like slowly picking away. It's just like a rock. It's gonna break one day, and he's gonna just. One day you're gonna be like, "Fuck it, let's go to the back." You're gonna have that wet Wednesday.
No. What the fuck is that?
Oh my
Just
god.
gonna crack him wide
No.
open.
Oh man.
gonna make
just
his
nut
day.
crack him real quick.
Yeah, he'll die. Like that's the day he'll die. He'll have a heart attack.
Someone's gonna
He's
die.
80,
Someone's
right?
gonna get killed one day.
What?
They're gonna catch me on a bad day. No, they won't
Ooh,
get- no,
ooh,
I'm just kidding.
damn. That's a quick clap.
No, someone's gonna get their feelings hurt.
Shit. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Well, today's a
was a
special
joke.
day, you guys.
Special day.
Special day.
Special
It is
day.
episode 10.
10.
We've made it this far. That means we've done at
Yes.
least 10 weeks.
We got 10 badges.
10 badges. Yep. We're in, what, Kanto now? No, Johto.
10
Yes,
Girl
Jodo.
Scout
Jodo.
patches.
10 Girl Scout.
Wait, there was 9 in season 1? Or the
No, there's 8.
So,
So
we
this
have
will be
two.
this will be our second badge in Johto.
Yeah.
Some nerd shit. Whatever, guys.
What?
Don't judge us.
You look at me.
Next question.
You guys are just
Uh,
blanked face.
Yeah,
like,
but no, episode 10, I want to thank you guys for being here. We definitely were trying to get Cody, but he's stuck in the mountains with 2 other dudes, Brokeback style.
Brokeback
Brokeback.
Boys.
Brokeback Boys.
Yeah,
that was
Brokeback
what we're
Boys,
gonna,
yeah.
that was gonna be the name of the channel, by the way. Brokeback
I'm
Boys.
jealous of that, by the way. That trip looked awesome.
It was so much
trip
fun.
looked really
It was-
fun.
It was so
Oh
much fun.
wait, what?
That's before I even met you guys.
We
Or
went
not met you,
camping.
but, you know.
Oh, you ended up naming that video Brokeback Boys?
Yeah.
Oh, our video. I thought you
Yeah.
meant the video when you guys went. I was like, why would you be jealous? You were there.
no.
Like
We
the
went camping.
no,
No.
the trip. Because at first you said trip, and I was thinking when you
Oh,
guys
the
went to
LA
LA.
one.
Yeah.
You guys went to LA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that Brokeback Boys was sick.
Oh,
Yeah, that
That was
looked
fun.
it looked
My son was
dope.
like, he made the
one
best
took-
video.
yeah.
You know that you saw the video, the was it Wings of an Angel or Tears of an Angel, where my kid looked all dirty and he was in like
Dude,
the bushes. Did you
editing
see
and
that?
the songs
Yeah,
go with
yeah,
it.
The Sarah
dirt all
McLachlan?
over his
He had
face.
dirt. He was eating dirt after like 10,
Oh,
and
man.
he had wild boy hair, and yeah, he was funny.
I think we're getting ready to leave around that time.
yeah,
almost.
we're getting ready to go. He took his shoes off, so he was like in dirty white socks, and I just didn't care. That's the part of embarrassment. Like I don't need cheesy pickup lines to embarrass me. That kid embarrasses me, man.
How cold was it? Was it actually when I
It
went
was
to
32 degrees.
when I went to Sequoia? it
we
was
shared a
really
sleeping bag.
You and your son?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. It's fucking
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Who slept with who?
So okay, real quick, I just want to say something.
Yeah, I'll tell you the breakdown, and then
So, what's bougie mean?
Bougie is
yeah, I want that definition.
Okay, damn.
Because I heard
Hold
it
on.
one
know
way
this.
and I heard it
I want to
the
get
other
two
way.
perspectives. What is bougie to you?
Bougie's like when you're too good. It's like like you're ghetto and you're gonna only like have the best thing.
Okay,
act
so-
like you're the shit.
Mhm.
and you
Alright.
have, like,
So ghetto
So-
fella.
like look at
Like-
the video for Bad and
so-
Bougie. They were like in the ghetto, but they were like being bougie.
All right,
about
so Henry's bougie ass. I go to drop off my car because we're taking his car. He brings a 6 to 10 person tent with like those military like sleeping beds.
Oh
Does he
yeah,
have that?
Oh, I heard
A
about
cot?
that.
A cot?
caught.
He had a cot?
He slept on a
For
cot.
me and him. So we have this big ass tent with these like nice and comfy.
He didn't
Might
even know
as
how to
well
set
have
it
a
up.
heater.
But we spent like 2 hours putting that up, and then we just ended up setting up the other tent
Yeah.
for the snacks. And you're just like, I'm just gonna. He brought another tent, and it was just for snacks.
Wow.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So me and him had like blankets and like a nice little bed with all of our like room to spread out, jerk off and everything without noticing
Disturbing
each
each
other.
other.
Yeah. And then he's already in his tent with this kid, and then we hear like someone scratching on our tent. It's Brian, because he got too cold in his
Oh
own
no
tent,
shit!
so he slept with in our tent.
I was in Brian's tent. It was me and him.
Oh, okay.
I think. Dude, I can't remember how that happened. You guys did some shit.
What do you mean?
Did you do them?
No, Brian.
it was just
Brian,
them two,
Brian
right?
and then Henry. Yeah.
And they were like tripping out. They were telling ghost stories, and then they scared each other.
Oh.
Yo, Brian was chasing an invisible dog. That wasn't.
Oh, because he was tripping, right?
Yeah, 'cause there was-
Oh.
Yeah,
no
there was
dog
no
there.
dog, and he was like looking. Goes, dude, the helicopter's
Dude,
looking
that's
for it.
creepy,
Yeah,
dude.
he was tripping balls. The coals that jumped and burned the corner of the tent.
Oh yeah.
That it was such a fun trip, but it was definitely
much
like
fun.
it was like all over the place. It was funny. We played Risk for like 3 hours.
Seriously, when I woke up in the middle of the night, I thought I heard like someone walking around.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. But
Wouldn't doubt
anyways,
it.
you guys ever go camping? You ever go camping, man?
Hell yeah, I go camping.
Nice. Like legit camping, or like you have to take a piss in like the trees and take a shit.
Yeah, like I like doing that too.
Shit
Yeah,
on
I
trees.
Like,
whatever.
I like being. I don't know. Yeah, I like camping by the beach. Go surfing in the morning if I can.
Fuck, I haven't surfed in a
Yeah.
while, man. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
See,
I'm
I
done.
remember when you first started. When I first posted that video, I was blown away that you surf. I was trying to go with you right away.
Yeah, and then my board got water. I think I talked about it on the last one or
Yeah.
a couple
Know
ones ago.
anyone that goes.
My board's waterlogged, dude. I fixed it.
Mine was too.
I don't have like $900 to throw on another surfboard right now.
Ah, dude, you get one. I got my my longboard for like $150.
Yeah, you gotta get them used.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I bought mine used. That's why I'm ready
Oh,
to
yeah,
get a new
ripped
one.
off.
You can still get a used
Yeah.
900. There's nice boards for sale that like I was looking at one for 900, but did never.
Oh, dude.
I often shop for things I can't afford.
Yeah, me too. Like
like it's a waste of time.
like these pants that I have on. I can't afford them right now, but I still bought them.
Still paying them off.
Yeah, I'm still paying them
Still
off.
paying him off.
Damn. Did you guys
Same
did
world.
you guys nobody's into baseball? No.
I can't say. I've never caught like
no, dang.
never. You know.
Why, what happened?
No, just because today was opening day, and dude, oh my gosh.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
Dodgers?
everybody,
Dodgers.
okay.
Oh, everyone?
Now it's the most it was supposed to be like a record, right?
Yeah.
The earliest, well, not record, but like history, whatever that shit's called,
Yeah.
something. But basically, it's the first time all 30 teams would have played. 2 games got rained out, so like 2 teams didn't get to play. But it's also they got rained out.
Rain.
Yeah, they don't play.
I'm like, which one?
He's so afraid of rain. He's like, rain. Yeah,
My voice
so,
cracked like
so like a little bitch. It's all right. I was gonna keep going with it. I wasn't gonna acknowledge it, but damn.
I know, but this one over
She's
here.
like pussy.
I know. Jesus. Look,
Is
fuck
that
the
it?
word. Fuck,
But
man.
anyways,
What if like some hot girls watching this?
not anymore.
Yeah,
she
she's-
clocked out already.
I'm out. You had me at hello, but now you left me with. I'm sorry.
Story
If,
of my
like,
life.
I
Ah,
hope.
fuck.
Well, we don't have this on audio only, but still, they know what I look like.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
Faces.
Audio only coming soon for those of you that are driving and just want to listen.
His dick sounds the same.
When I
Damn,
come,
it's hot in here, dude.
it got really hot in here.
Brian, you're gonna need a skin graft for that burn. Fuck.
Got 3rd-degree burn.
Damn. So okay,
Thanks.
Steffi, since you want to talk so
I know.
much, what's
No.
up?
Focus on
no.
you.
I always make jokes about that. Like, let's say when you see a guy and he's goofy and he's lame, and I'm like, oh, his dick probably looks the same.
Oh, you
like,
calling me
know?
lame then?
No, I'm
Damn.
just saying. No, I'm just saying. Like, you know, like
Damn.
it's a joke. I joke like that. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Too bad
It's
Brian's
on- it's
dick's
on-
always swinging.
It's a.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
about
just
that.
kidding. She's like, yeah. She goes, yeah, not me neither.
That's funny as a dick probably
you-
looks the same. That sucks because you don't even know if you're looking off beat that day. You don't even know if you're looking like a dumb dick. You know?
I feel like
a dumb
it's just
dick
a
right
joke.
now.
I just think me and my sister did say like he
I mean,
looks
you
like a
talk
dick
about,
with
I mean, you're used to that, right? Like talking shit to dudes at the bar when they're always hitting on you.
not talking shit too, but,
But I mean, like cutting them down, right? Because they come at you like,
Oh, I know what
What's
that's.
up?
sometimes
mommy.
sometimes you have to because they'll come
Yeah.
on too aggressively or they'll kind of like be disrespectful with you, so you got to be disrespectful
ooh,
back.
shit.
And it's funny,
Yeah.
guys always get
What's
butthurt
been
when
your best diss? Like one where you
Besides
turn
the one you
around,
gave me.
where like you turned around and you felt like shit was blowing up behind you.
probably
the
when I
Joker.
called a guy like he looked like a dick with ears or I don't know.
I know him.
I know you're
Go ahead.
talking
I think
about.
we
I
all
was
know
in his
one.
wedding.
I was his best man.
Ooh.
No, I don't know. Because
You ever had,
sometimes
like,
you
a
have
good
to.
burn?
I can't recall, but
Oh, it's been like, what's been one guy that said some shit that was like real close to like, you almost let him in. Like you walk.
Someone always has to spell something.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the
Jesus.
tradition. We'll wait.
I hope that hurt.
And she gets that right after she talks shit about your voice
Man.
cracking.
instant karma.
Thank you, world.
You ready, Steph?
Yeah.
Oh wait, so you're ready.
Holy
We'll
fuck!
wait.
What happened? Okay.
Too much juice.
So
Too much juice.
one of your
Ooh, my eyes are
nightmares
watering.
at work were like, how what? Like how
Yeah,
did it
like
go?
he told you something and you turn around and you dripped a little bit.
And I dripped.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like got you a little wet, like whatever
Oh.
he said.
At work?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, has a guy ever gave you like a pickup line and you like try to be cool, like, no, loser, but you're like, damn, that was kind of fly. Like he almost got you, but you're not that dumb. Well, you're not dumb, but you know,
I don't know.
you weren't gonna let that.
Probably
fly.
not at work now.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, then where?
So, me and my buddies, when we were, well, we still are. Some of us, well, me.
You went from
I was
having
all by
friends
myself.
to
Yeah,
like
pretty much myself.
acquaintances to like.
So-
you're
In
just-
fact, in fact, I hate them. They're not my friends.
Yeah, I
Some
can't
of
stand
them.
those guys. Anyway, so when we'd go to parties or we throw them or whatever, some of us would kind of like do this thing where like, all right, I'll stand next to this girl. You just kind of bump into me. So we'd bump into these girls.
Good
Oh,
start.
I'm sorry.
Move,
yeah.
bitch.
It's like loud party and stuff. And I'm like, oh, my name's blah blah blah.
That's
How do you
lit.
how do you
That's
know how
lit.
do you know someone from like this party or whatever?
Nice.
From there.
So ding. Oh hey,
Hey.
who do you know here?
Pretty much.
All right.
Because I couldn't come up with like a cool like,
A cool line to
hey,
say. When I used to go to shows,
yeah.
I used
Me
to.
neither. I don't
yeah,
got the suave
yeah.
shit. I'm not that guy.
I used to go to when we used to go to shows.
yeah.
I'd go up to girls and I'd be like, "Why are you laughing already?"
Oh, sorry, I'm laughing at myself because I
Oh,
almost died
was like- I
already.
used to go up to girls and you're like, you're like,
Right.
Oh, I knew you in high school. But
No, you can
let's take a
finish.
quick break. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, no, don't finish.
Yeah. Let's take a quick break.
Headquarters.
So we were fucking talking about when I used to approach girls. Fucking
Long time.
been long time ago. I don't do it anymore. It's too expensive.
It's too risky.
It's
Dude.
too risky.
It's risky business.
Yeah, and I ain't Tom Cruise.
I went to the movies yesterday and I think the prices of snacks are going up higher now.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
no
why?
shit.
Inflation.
What? Not only that. Okay, the movie theaters, have the way they have the deal set up with the actual picture that gets released. They get like 30%. It got down, right? It got down like from what it used to be. I think it used to be 50% of the profits on ticket sales. Now they get 30%.
So
they have to make their money up somehow. So it's the fucking ticket. It's the concessions.
yeah.
That's where they make their money. And then so what they do too, like Star Wars, for example.
Yeah.
Star Wars says they come in. They have the worst deals. They basically make the theaters go like 14 weeks, and they have to have a certain amount of theaters. So like opening night, they want 20 theaters. After that, they want like 12. So it's like, if your theater that has 13, how the fuck are you gonna have 12 Star Wars for 14 weeks? How are you gonna have 12 theaters showing that?
It's
same
ridiculous.
shit? So the only way they do that is they don't cut those deals. They'll go, we'll do 10 opening night, and then we'll do 4 for 14 weeks, and they fuck you on the
yeah,
sex.
fuck yeah. I got
Got
no,
raped.
so no, because I went up to the cashier lady, and I looked at the prices. I panicked because I couldn't afford a lot of it. So I was like, oh, I'll take the icy, the small one. But
And that's where they get you. You're like, smalls, 9, 12
yeah,
for 20 cents more. You can
Exactly.
get a medium. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm okay.
I'm good. I need these taxes for gas, and the way my bank account works, it doesn't work. But anyways, I remember in what was it? Back when I used to, we used to go on dates at the movies all the time.
Yeah.
So you only had
when
enough.
tickets were $7.
Yeah, but you only had enough for her and you
Yeah.
for your ticket.
Yeah,
So
your dad
I'm-
gave you $40. You're like, you just had to make it work.
yeah, so I remember I would go be like, oh yeah, take a seat. I'll see you up there. Why are you laughing?
She's
You're still making fun of my
She's waiting
voice.
for her drink.
Don't say a word.
Yeah. So anyway,
I just haven't felt corduroy since the 90s.
I would go to a different movie theaters where it's like already empty, or like I'll go in the trash can, get a large popcorn, large drink. I'll take it.
You
rinse
get the
it.
one on the top. That's at the very top.
Yeah, I'll rinse them off. Go to concession and free
But-
refill. Here you go, baby girl.
Go to
anything
the
you
trash
want.
can. Wash it out with butter.
Anything you want.
I'll tell you.
Oh my
Write that
gosh.
down.
But you saw Ready Player One, right? Oh my gosh, dude! After you
Was
told
Ready
me,
Player
my
One.
God.
Ready Player One is a movie by Steven Spielberg, based on
Ah.
the book Ready Player One. It takes place in the year 2040. I don't know if it's in the
40
movie.
Something.
I don't know what it is in
Yeah,
the movie.
it takes
But
place in
I watched
2040
this
something.
show. It's a YouTube channel, and it's called Thug Notes.
Yeah.
And it's this black dude, and he gives book reviews.
Uh-huh.
It's really funny, but he also gives like in-depth analysis, so like
Okay.
behind, like deeper into the book. So in the book, I'm not gonna talk about the
Mhm.
movie because I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But basically, it's about like, it's called the Oasis. So like these
Yeah.
people, they plug into like VR. Now this book was written in like 1990, I think.
Yeah.
Or something.
Oh, okay. I'll
It was like
elaborate.
1990
I'll
or
elaborate on
something.
that,
Yeah, he'll elaborate. I'm just telling you the book, based on the book. It's written in 1990. These people, they're like, I guess the Earth is just a shitty place, and it's a weird paradigm to compare. Like, it has a lot of parallels till today. So like the world that we live in is super shitty. So people are plugging into like these VR goggles, this to go and play online,
Oh,
and they're
that's
like
cool.
immersed in this virtual reality, and
I'm
it's
gonna
so
look up
much
data.
better.
Oh yeah, that
It's-
was another movie like that.
Yeah,
There's been
basically
a-
The Matrix.
They've and then
But I mean,
they've
it's
taken a little bit of that concept from a couple things.
yeah, but I mean, it was a book in the. I
It's
think it was a book in the
likely.
90s. I hope Brian can look it up and correct me.
Even seeing the advertisements and the billboards all throughout LA yesterday and the day before, they're freaking badass.
Yeah.
I got-
the
oh, I-
Well,
billboards
there's
for all
so
of them.
okay, there's so many pop culture references.
Mhm.
But what I liked, I saw this movie reviewer was talking about, is that when you watch the movie, and Brian can probably correct me if I'm wrong, is that when they're in that world and they go back to the real world, you're kind of like, "Ah, fuck, I want them to go back into the fake world. But it's like now it's sucked you into the movie,
Mhm.
and it's put you in the position of the characters because they don't want to be in the real world either,
Yeah.
because the real world sucks.
Mhm.
So, but basically the whole driving force of this movie is that the creator of the Oasis died and left an Easter egg in the game, and you have to find in the book. I
Yeah.
think I'm confusing
No,
the two.
you're good.
There's 3 keys that you need to get to unlock this Easter egg, and if you get this Easter egg, you get left with the Oasis. You become the owner. You get a bunch of money or whatever. So everybody, there's companies, there's like regular people are all playing online to find this Easter egg to get rich. So that's the main premise of the movie.
And what's also cool about this movie is that if you grew up watching any type of cartoons or play any type of video games, for yourself as an individual, you'll find your own Easter eggs. 'Cause
Yeah.
I watch too much anime. Like
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I was like, oh, I was talking like, was the only one talking, and I was pointing stuff out, and there are Easter eggs on Easter eggs inside this thing, but what was I gonna say? Fuck. Yeah.
There-
So there's animes that took before like the 90s in Japan that were, it started off, the world is like, they don't talk too much about the world, but it's shitty. They plug themselves into this fake
To get
reality.
immersed, to immerse
Yeah.
themselves, to escape. And it's crazy because like there's Easter eggs that we'll get, but there's even Easter eggs. I'm not big on Motley Crue, but I guess the Motley Crue motorcycle was you.
Oh,
you
dude,
saw it.
there's-
You saw the Prince motorcycle.
Motley Crue.
Bro.
Don't
You
tell
saw
anybody.
the Akira
Mhm.
Dude,
motorcycle.
that's one of the main
And I was
things.
like, what?
That's
And-
one of
but
my-
like there's
yeah.
shit like if our parents watch, but that's
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
whatever, and it's like
Mhm.
so there's literally something for everyone in that
yeah,
movie.
everyone.
But
I'm
it-
sure you'll find you'll
yeah.
even find something.
So,
Like, it's
but I just
awesome.
watching that review on the book and watching some
Dude,
reviews on the
This
movie,
movie's
dude. And then on top of that, I just finished watching all Black Mirror, and I was just like,
Oh.
all of it just did this. Like it was a
Yeah.
huge paradigm shift.
Mhm.
Like from basically every movie that was made about like VR, how you talked about, it pulled a lot of things from
Mhm.
it inspired from a lot of different things.
Mhm.
But like you watch Black Mirror and you watch this, and then you come back to real life, you're just like, yo, this shit's all gonna happen.
yeah,
It's bound
Yeah.
to happen for
for
sure.
sure.
That's what I
'Cause-
thought when I saw Black Mirror. It's all eventually
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Did you guys all catch up on Black Mirror?
No,
I'm all caught up.
I
No.
remembered. I
all caught
I wanted to start watching that. I don't even know what it's about, to be honest. But
It's
I
basically
highly-
Twilight
Yeah,
Zone
a
for
new
like
version.
2020.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What
it's
year are
pretty
we
sick.
in? 18,
that's a
basically.
trip,
Yeah.
man. I've heard a lot of good things about it without even knowing anything about it. I meant to like make a note of it. I just don't watch much TV, so I'm out of the loop on a lot of the shows, man.
Yeah, no, it's a really good show. There's the same episode that got me and you. I think we
Yeah,
talked about it.
The
the eye
recording
one, yeah, that
memories.
one-
Oh,
that
it
one-
pisses me off.
that one
After
fucked
that,
me
I was
up.
like, I
Makes me
can't
so
watch anymore.
upset.
That one fucked me up.
Yeah,
But I just watched Black Museum, which was
Oh,
the
that's a good
last one.
one.
Oh my
That's a good one.
gosh, I was like, I didn't know, because sometimes you get all cocky and you watch it, so I know what's gonna happen,
Mhm.
and then like it doesn't. But like this one was happening, I couldn't even guess.
Mhm.
I couldn't even guess what was gonna happen, and then like, I mean, every episode has a twist, so it's not like I'm doing like a spoiler or anything. But
Mhm.
like this episode, it took a left when you thought it was gonna take a right. It went up when you thought it was
Mhm.
gonna go down, and then when it was over, you're just like,
You were satisfied.
I was
satisfied.
I was
You're, like, super
satisfied.
satisfied.
I was
at the end of it.
satisfied, but I was like, yo, dog, we're season 5.
Mhm.
I need that
Wait,
shit.
there's 4
Mhm.
seasons already?
Yesterday, there's only 4.
There's only
But
4.
okay, so
I'll finish it in a
Stranger
day.
Things got me. That was the
Stranger
last
Things is
thing I
cool. My
watched. That shit
my
held
son
me.
calls them Stranger Boys.
That's cool.
Because he looks like Dustin.
Yeah.
Oh, he
and
has his hat.
and
Remember
he has
that?
that he has Dustin's hat. So he goes, Dad, look, I'm Stranger Boys. I'm like, I'll let you have it. You're cute.
That's cute. Yeah.
That is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's adorable.
Did you guys did you finish End of the Fucking World?
Dude,
Or
I haven't started that.
Dude.
No, wait.
So
I'm getting
good.
confused. No, you were
Or
trying to
Everything
get me
Fuck-
on
or-
Everything Sucks.
yeah, everything fucking sucks. Was that?
No, there's 2 of them. End of the Fucking World
Okay,
is
that one.
one, and
With the
then
2 kids.
Everything Sucks with 2 kids, where the
And then
kid's
the other-
trying to kill himself,
Yeah.
and then they end up killing other people, and
Dude,
then it just
it's-
gets deeper
everything
and deeper.
gets like their
Yeah.
characters just go this
Oh, dude,
way.
I want to watch that so
Dude.
bad,
So
but
good.
I referred because you told me
Yeah.
about Everything Sucks,
yeah.
and I had a friend text me because I have people text me, yo, what should I watch? So I'm just like, I feel
So,
good,
This
and
one
I
is,
told them about
yeah.
that show, and they fucking love it. I
dude.
was
So
like,
this
damn.
one is Stranger Things without the phenomenon going on, and it's an older type of like more realistic things going on.
I heard it's like Saved by the Bell, like Saved by the Bell
Yes.
mixed with Stranger Things. So
Yes.
it's like there's like a fun,
Yeah, for
mystery.
sure.
Yeah,
Oh, so they're older. I was thinking it was like the timing.
The characters.
I was thinking the timing was older.
no, the characters like
it's the
portraying-
time is deeper. So it's
Yeah,
the 90s, right?
The 90s,
The
dude.
90s.
Oh my
and
god,
Stranger Things is the
You
80s.
guys- we're all 90s. You guys are
Yeah.
gonna fucking
Yeah.
find things in this. You're like, oh, I remember that
Yeah.
shit. But there's this other one that's just like Stranger Things, and this one called My Block, and,
Mm.
it takes place like, well, I'm pretty sure a lot of us grew up like in the ghetto where you have like,
Yeah, we are from Ontario.
yeah, for like different parts of like your city's like super ghetto. Don't go that into that street, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called My
I've actually
Block.
seen that. Does
My
it look?
Block.
It look good. Is
It's
it good?
really
Really?
good.
Damn.
It's fucking gnarly.
Okay, I'll have to watch
Dude,
it. I'll have
it-
to look at that. I'm just like, dude,
I
I'm
hate
on
you.
such like I'm taking my shows on one at a time.
bro, I'm like,
I just finished Sneaky Pete season 2.
Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky
Bryan
Pete.
Cranston, which
yeah,
Breaking Bad,
yeah.
he produces the show. He was in the first season.
No.
Bro, it is so good. It's about a convicted felon that's like a con man, and he pretends to be part of somebody else's family in season 1 to like take some money.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, it's just like I love it because the first line he talks about, he goes, you know, they call me a con man, but I don't con anybody. I sell confidence. And I was like,
Jesus.
damn, yeah.
It's
So
clever.
it's good, dude. It's
You
really
just
good.
conned me into that right there.
Yes, you need to watch it. It's on Amazon, but it's still cool. And then
Wait, I have Amazon Prime. Can I watch it?
yes, yes, please do, please do.
Yes.
Jay, I know you got some shows that you watch. You were big on Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy, so I know we have that same.
Never
taste.
Breaking Bad, but Sons of
What?
Anarchy. As
Dude,
long as those.
I'm watching it 2 times already.
What? You're watching Breaking Bad all over again?
No,
I did that.
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh
I did
yeah,
that.
I
That
caught,
Fly
I caught
episode
the 2 first
still
seasons,
pisses
me
though,
off.
man. I really only like watched the first 2 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that when we were at
Son-
Cody's house and we were
Now
all?
when we just no lifed it, and we like we
Yeah.
would like finish like 6 or 7 episodes and be like, hey, it's dark outside. Yeah.
The sun was out 20 minutes ago.
You know, yeah. There was a couple things that owned us like that, and
Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2.
hands down, dude.
We
I
get
am
4 PS4s in the house. All the TVs. Remember, we were all in the house, and we had we had a scouter. So one dude would watch all the screens and go up and down the house and let everybody know when we were playing Search and Destroy.
Yep.
Remember that shit?
You had
There was
that.
one person that
There was
didn't play.
pizza.
Oh, dude.
Has so I tried being funny. I don't really go out through my messages on Instagram. Someone like I just was bored one night. I was going through my messages on there, and someone sent me a message that same day when I was going through it. It was a girl, and I kind of wanted to just be funny, so I sent her that gif of Floyd Christmas when he like Lloyd
Oh, Lloyd.
when he's leaning against like the bar table. He has his orange
Oh,
jumpsuit.
yeah.
He's like sticking his ass
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, I sent her that gif. I think it caught her off guard because she didn't reply. But she was the one who
How
sent me
lame.
like,
Hit you up.
you don't like funny guys and personality?
She's like,
How
Hello.
lame.
Never mind.
Never mind.
This
It's like,
isn't
I
gonna
never
You know what?
work.
seen
She-
this movie.
And no.
Who's
You
that?
don't send that on the first time.
She's
Bitch,
probably
I'm
she's
funny.
probably that girl that
Yeah.
wants the
You're not funny. You're not cool.
WYD text.
Yeah, she wants like that WYD.
Yeah.
Not even with a question mark. It's just
Yeah.
like WYD.
Yeah.
She just
she's
hit
like-
you with
No
that?
question mark.
Or wait, where did this?
She
I-
probably would want that
Yeah.
instead of my funny, awesome gif.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah,
Brian, you're
right.
just too good for her. We're just too good for her.
He doesn't deserve you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys got a kick out of my Bruce Lee gif.
Dude, oh,
Oh
my
my
gosh,
gosh.
that
I was
was
like,
so.
oh.
Okay, so we were
I gotta
trying to
watch- I gotta
get
watch
the
that
whole
more
thing.
time.
It was when we were trying to get this day set up.
No,
right?
when he sent
He
his
said
he-
about
when
the
you said-
season, the wieners, and then he
Yeah. Oh, please, can we bring that up?
yeah.
Okay, so Brian that hasn't been on in a while with the Y, Big Brian, bravo.
Big Brian Bravo.
Big
sounds like a
Brian.
boss man.
Big-
Brian
Like he
Bravo.
sweats a lot.
Sounds like a boss level. We have to defeat him at. So
Wait,
he
no,
said
it was before that.
he said
No,
okay,
you sent the webcasting couch.
It
like
was-
the
it was in a different group
Oh.
chat.
Yeah.
It was
No,
in a
no.
different group chat because it was in the group chat for our show.
Yeah, because I sent the new.
And the
intro.
only difference is that Steph is in that, and then Henry and Marty aren't. So
no,
that
but
the
she's talking
messages
about
aren't
you're
green.
talking about this, right?
yeah.
Yeah, Brian
Yeah.
sent it in the wrong message. Because
then he
remember he
thought-
said
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said, "Yo, is it me or is spring dick usually bigger?"
Yeah.
Because mine is.
Because mine is right. And
Yeah.
then we all started talking
And then
about spring dick.
immediately he put, "Oh shit, wrong," or "Oh
Yeah,
damn, wrong."
and he goes, "Oh damn, wrong chat."
Yeah.
And then Brian's like, "Yeah, shoot, let's jump to that." I was like, "No, let's talk."
I know.
I
What
said
was
that
that
right away.
about?
Well, because you've never seen like when people send the wrong text
Yeah.
and then like they say
Oh
something.
my
But I
when
felt
they say
God.
someone's wrong
felt
text
like,
like, "Oh my gosh, I ordered too
What
much
a
beef."
fucking nightmare.
And it's Tuesday, and I have too many tacos, and I said, "Oh shit, wrong text," and the other person's like, "No, let's talk."
Oh,
You haven't seen those?
No,
Yeah, I've seen
I haven't
those,
seen
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was partially because when I went on that website,
Oh.
like how to respond to people without ruining lives.
Yeah.
There was a ton of those, like,
Oh, I
no,
didn't
let's
know
talk.
that.
Yeah, so it's like an ongoing like
Mhm.
thing.
Mm.
So when he was like talking about spring dick, and he was talking about dick, and then you're like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, "No, let's talk." And then that's when you
We're
sent that
all,
Bruce
like,
Lee.
yeah.
Yeah.
That Bruce Lee gift was
No,
funny because he was
No,
like,
that Bruce Lee was way before.
It was way before.
Yeah, she's talking about something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's talking about something else. That's why I kept on like looking at you.
But also all very relatable.
Yeah.
It was still a funny chat,
Yeah.
nonetheless.
That was a really funny
Spring
chat.
dick is still good to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dude.
you weren't in the group chat. Basically,
Nah, but I like to involve myself.
you know what? You're blue. We'll throw you in the chat.
Oh, he is blue.
He
Wait,
is
why
blue.
am I blue? What the hell?
You're
Because your
blue.
iPhone. We don't like
Oh, I get
sometimes
it.
to talk to Henry's
Green
computer.
bubbles.
Yeah.
And he talks like
Yeah.
he talks I don't know
Weird.
Windows
TFOH.
95 whatever he types on, but
Get some DSL, bro.
yeah. So and then what's cool too is like when you like in a blue chat, like you like someone's comment or say ha ha ha, it just comes up as a bubble.
Yeah.
In the green chat, it'll literally repeat the thing in quotes, and it'll say so and so laughed at
Yeah.
whatever, and it's just like a bigger message, and you're like, this is embarrassing.
Is it- You know what though? Look at what they did, man. They divided us as people.
He did.
They
just-
really
they
did.
fucking
There's
did.
the Android and the iPhone.
It's
I
just-
still
they're
miss
like,
my
we didn't-
sidekick.
Is it race on a different level? Green
It
versus
is.
It
blue?
is.
It
It is,
is.
man.
Oh my gosh,
They're
this
like,
is
no,
super nerdy.
We've
but
created
green-
a market. But it's damn near racism.
This is super nerdy. Okay, the new Avengers movie that's coming out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, it gets even deeper than that. Anyways, there's two like alien races. It's like the Kree, and then which like Ronan the Accuser. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
watch. Okay, he's blue, and they fought against the Skrulls, and they're green. So. There's gonna be a movie coming out, and it's gonna be like another Marvel movie, and there's gonna be green people versus blue people. And you're like, oh shit, he talked about
Oh
it.
really?
Yeah.
Oh damn,
Yeah.
dude, that's deep.
Oh,
You're
Oh,
real.
really?
You're the real one. You're the real
no,
one.
that's like.
But anyways, yeah. So
wow.
there's gonna be
That's
a
gonna-
race thing, and
that's
people,
gonna spark something,
people are
dude.
gonna bring shit up. It's gonna be this thing where it's like
Android,
versus
versus
iPhone.
iPhone.
Yes, it's gonna
Yeah!
happen, and you guys heard it here.
I
Probably
can't.
second,
We're gonna-
but
it's
Probably
gonna-
second.
that-
probably second, not the
we can
first.
expect memes from this.
Yeah, I hope. Oh my gosh, if we become like the first
Look into
corner,
it.
yeah, just look into it. Okay, just look into it.
Oh
But Steph, she said it before I did. Yes,
True.
Android versus
You were
iPhone.
thinking it though too.
Yeah.
There's plenty of
Cheers.
Android versus iPhone material out there.
Dude, I love that stuff.
It
Where
is,
they're like,
man.
it shows like,
Whose car's fucking honking outside?
That's not mine. I've been.
I feel like it's mine actually.
I don't have a car.
wait, shh.
No, it's
No,
not mine.
it's not yours. You're good. I don't have my keys either. Jay, is it your car? Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fine.
What?
Yeah, my bike's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, seen Bates Motel? Anyone seen Bates Motel?
No, I haven't actually. I want
Kelly watches it. Kelly watches it.
You know,
I've seen
you
a
know
few
that
episodes.
actress with the little breathing problem?
Yeah, from Fault in Our Stars.
Oh my god, she's in
The fault
in Player our One?
Ready Player One?
yeah, right.
Oh, she's the main girl, right?
Oh my
that gets
god,
that disses homeboy.
I was like, why am I in love with this actress? Why am I
Mhm.
staring at
It's
her?
so funny because the main dude and he's Cyclops. So when he puts the goggles on and they showed it, like it was like when VR is too real. It was a meme,
Did
right?
you guys see it already?
I saw
Me?
it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I just watched a lot of I watched the spoiler
Oh.
reviews. I watched the regular reviews. So
Me
I've
too.
technically seen it, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I
I'll
just
probably try to go see it this weekend.
let's all
Dude,
go.
Sounds
see it.
good.
Let's all go. Let's get super.
Brian already saw it.
Hi, and I
This
work in the
weekend?
weekends.
Yeah, you're right. Let's watch it on Monday. Whatever, we'll figure it out. But okay, so the meme was because the actor's the same from he plays Cyclops in
He plays the
Days
guy
of
with
Future
the
Past. Yeah, right?
Mm.
So it says when VR's too real and he puts on the glasses, right? Like in the for Ready Player One, and then it cuts to the X-Men scene where he puts them on. He's like,
Oh.
like he blows everything up and he's just fucking everything up. And then it shows like when these people were playing the Wii, which is like before
Mhm.
VR, and they were like throwing the remotes at the TV, breaking
That
shit.
just reminded me of something. I'm a quick shout out to my buddy Angel. He posted something similar to that. He's like, well, I'll show you now. I'll post it on the. Click his first video.
Okay.
I'll put the
While I
sound
look at
on.
this video, let's take a quick break. I like your
another person.
I like your fucking phone case, dude.
Oh, I love that movie.
That video was fucking sick.
Master of
Yeah,
Disguise.
that movie's so
But
good.
dude, I
You
need
get
it.
it?
What?
So
What?
good.
You get
No,
it?
I got it
Yeah.
after you explained it to me. Because at first I wasn't understanding because I'm a little drunk.
What?
But I like your case, dude. Because I was
Oh,
like,
thank
yo,
you.
what the fuck? But it makes my phone look bigger.
It does. Your phone looks a lot bigger.
But I mean, it's cool because I've dropped it twice, and this is supposed
the
to be
biggest
some
phone
sort
in
of
the
bumper
room.
thing.
You got the
Yeah.
biggest phone in the room.
Dude, that shit swings in its pocket.
How does it feel?
You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
big old heavy phone you got there.
Yeah.
I do all right.
Oh man, you know what's really like been on my mind that really frustrates me when I drive to work. There's like a freeway sign. Well, it's not even a freeway sign. Somebody got cardboard. You might see it sometimes, and they spray painted Google 200 proofs.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like some dumb conspiracy thing.
What?
Like really got under my skin. It's like super dumb, and it's like right next to fucking flat Earth.
Mm.
And I'm just, why are you looking at me like that?
All right.
Because the Earth is fucking flat, bro.
Fuck no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
All right.
Hold
so
on.
I
Hold
saw,
on. Hold on.
okay.
Hold on. Enlighten me. Change my mind.
You want me to enlighten you?
I want you to fucking.
But you've
Nah, I need you to
you've
change my
already
mind.
been absorbed and just consumed by all the little videos that we get from NASA. You know, we spend all this money on NASA to figure it out for us and see what's out there, and all we get are these fucking pictures and little just boring edits. So you just never pay attention to them. Like every time I tune into NASA, it's just blank space we're staring at. But yet there's all these fucking questions and all these discoveries and all of these hush hush like things about
But
it.
I mean, what
to
is
where,
it?
like,
What
they
is it
don't-
about you
I'm
thinking
s-
that the
I'm
Earth
saying-
is
What does
flat?
that have to do with flat Earth?
Yeah, yeah.
Because like they're the ones that are selling you on the like spherical aspect of it.
It's not a perfect sphere. It's kind of like an.
It's like an oval. It's like
Oh,
an
is it
oval shape.
It's pear shaped. It's
No,
oval
no, it's
shaped?
just like a. It's the atmosphere
Okay.
that
It's
makes
like
it
if I
look
draw
I'm
a
nice.
not
circle with
saying,
my left
like,
hand.
Why is the okay?
Yeah,
Fine.
that's
no,
a good-
no,
that's a
the
good
Earth.
way.
The Earth.
Sometimes when I do that, it
The
turns out
Earth
to be a
is-
big dick.
is-
But yeah.
like there is like we've all noticed a curvature, right? Like we see a curvature.
Yeah, I've gone to
But
plane
with
a
a
million times.
but like with a camera, with every camera, taking it that
Satellites.
like it bows the fucking like okay like the
No,
remember,
well, okay.
remember the guy that jumped out of the for Red Bull jumped out and like did the skydiving
Yeah,
thing.
it was through
Okay,
the
well
atmosphere.
if you watch, you'll see the horizon is bowed like this, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because the
exactly.
Earth is spherical, right?
Yeah.
Morons.
You're probably right.
Go ahead. No, you're up. Change my
As
mind.
he
Change my
jumped
mind.
forward and tumbled forward because of the way a lens works, the curvature of the Earth went from this to this to this because he was flipping, and that's how like a lens works.
Okay.
Now, in order to sort of prove the flat Earth theory, if the Earth is like spherical, and I'm not saying it's not round, even the like surface of it could be like, you know.
Mhm.
Okay. So I have a question for you.
Huh.
How do we get around the world?
How do you get around the world? What do you
On-
mean? The world is round. I'm saying it's round.
So how can it be round and flat?
I'm confused. Is it flat or round?
Because I
Yeah.
feel like he's arguing that
like
it's
there's
flat.
it's
Yeah,
well,
you're
hold on,
arguing
is
with
your argument
yourself.
flat? Is your
yeah,
argument flat?
I say the Earth is sort of like it's domed,
Okay.
and then there's a dome.
like the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good movie.
That is a fucking great movie.
And I think that's a lot of the
Boy,
reason why
Truman.
like you're not like the part of the flat Earth theory shows that like that
So
it's
you're not
surrounded by
convinced?
polar like
So you're
like
not
these
convinced?
huge. No, I'm not convinced because I haven't even seen for my I haven't
No,
seen
but I
for
mean,
myself.
I mean, convinced.
But-
You're convinced that the Earth is flat, or you're convinced that the Earth is round. What are you
Not-
convinced?
I'm not convinced of either because
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Can
because
you
of like
okay.
the powers that be. That shit's like if, let's say I'm in control
of what?
Yeah, exactly.
of whatever. Let's say somebody owns NASA, like that's fucking theirs.
But
Okay.
what about the other governments like China that's gone to the moon, and India that went to the moon, and Russia that China's
But
spaceship
still,
right
like
now?
like
is there- you know the
information is
sp- China's
limited.
spaceship-
Information is
China's,
limited.
China's
Shuttles.
shuttle, they're shooting it down. Well, they're not. Well, they're trying to shoot down because it's falling to Earth. It's failed, and they have to try to shoot it to blow up so that it doesn't land somewhere and cause a bunch of destruction.
Oh fuck.
So
didn't know that.
yeah, so it's like, oh, China's. There's like an article because I have like the news thing that comes up on my
Yeah,
phone.
and if it were spherical, I don't get why it would fall in one direction. Why?
'Cause-
Like,
no, it's not one direction. So basically, the Earth. You actually can go on NASA, and they have a chart that you can see all the space debris. It's spherical. So basically, the way gravity works, the way the moon goes around the Earth, and the Earth goes around the sun. So the way things are pulled into our direction, there's orbital. So like when things go, like satellites are orbital, and then there's basically like space where you're in fucking space.
yeah.
Things that are orbital that are like satellites. So basically, they speed up. They use the speed of the gravity of the Earth to come back around, right? Well, one of their fucking satellites is, or I think their space station or something, is coming into orbit. So
Oh,
they don't know.
fuck.
Yeah, it's coming into orbit where the satellites are, and then
That sucks.
it's supposed to fucking land somewhere.
Yeah.
But they want to shoot it and break
Yeah.
it up. So by the time it enters through our atmosphere, everything
It-
burns
yeah.
up. It
Yeah,
burns
yeah,
up. So it
Okay,
doesn't
I
hit.
get
what you're
I get
saying.
what they're doing.
So, but it's
how
not
it's-
hitting anywhere specific. They can know based on its trajectory where it's gonna hit, but they need to blow it up. And after they blow it up, they have to see where all the pieces are gonna land.
Doesn't that make more sense to be able to shoot in an upward direction?
Now
if the Earth
you're
is
not
flat?
completely okay. So SpaceX, for example, when
What
they
is
shoot
that? That you're
rockets,
talking
SpaceX is Elon Musk's company, rocket company. You can
Oh, yeah.
see you know that one night that they fucking shot a rocket into space.
Yeah, I remember. I was on a jog that night.
Okay, so the reason it looked kind of weird was so the Earth is round in this argument. Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm right. So here's the Earth, okay, and then here's a rocket, okay. What they do is they don't shoot it straight up, because the Earth is round. Over here is a shorter distance to pierce than going straight up. So when they shoot a rocket, they shoot it at a curve. That's why you always see shit at a curve. So they shoot it at a curve so that it can exit the atmosphere faster and then use the gravity around the Earth to shoot back around and shoot wherever its destination is supposed to go. So now what happened with SpaceX, they do things different from NASA. They don't attach a fucking airplane to a rocket that has wings, because in space, you don't need fucking wings. There's no air to
Mhm.
glide, right?
Mhm.
So what they did was he uses reusable rockets. So the first stage of the rocket, which was the Falcon 9, took off, right? And it went at that angle. Then the payload, which held the satellite, launched. So what happens is when that launched into the atmosphere. The second rocket then took off to go back and land in somewhere in the ocean on a landing bay in I think it was somewhere in the Bay of Los Angeles. So that's why there was those. I have the video on my Instagram if I need new followers. And they basically made these weird two spreads that were going really, really wide, far away from each other, is because one was going into orbit and the other one was returning. And the reason it stayed so light in the sky was because it was on the most outermost layer of our atmosphere, and it's round. And just how the sun reflects onto the earth and makes the sky blue because it's fucking round, all the light coming from the rockets made the sky really bright. And those two cones looked like they had flashlights coming out of it
Mhm.
because they were being propelled. And because of the round shape of the earth, it made the sky light at fucking 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Damn,
you're
when did
right.
that happen again?
It was
So you know-
he's like, I don't mean to say that you're wrong. I'm just telling you that I'm right.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
It's actually lighting,
actually very
not the
thorough.
lenses that make.
Oh yeah, and he let him get you on the camera real quick. That's just the
So-
space side. Go ahead, let him get you on the camera.
You know that thing that you're saying about like the distortion of like the way it bokes out.
Mm-hmm.
So the wider your lens is, the more distortion you get in your corners. That's why you get this bokeh looking thing. But if you get
December 22nd.
when you're talking about how sometimes it'll curve out more than other times, it's because of the lighting coming into the lens. So when you're higher, there's probably more or less light coming in.
They were in space.
There's still light.
Yeah, but
Hitting.
like
They weren't in
it's
space.
so much
They weren't-
more
they weren't
like,
in space.
dispersed because of space.
Well, there's
They weren't.
light. There's
They
always
weren't
light
in space.
coming
They were in the atmosphere. So what
So-
he's talking about is the same thing I was talking about with the atmosphere.
So whatever
light.
light's hitting your lens at a certain type of like
We got the fucking internet.
you know
Am I connected?
different measurements,
Mhm.
it'll cause the effect of it bokehing out more than other times.
I remember that.
What was that?
I don't mean to go on a science tangent,
Yo.
but look, that was that video.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember
we
that?
all have
Yeah, I
that.
remember
We all
Oh,
have that video.
that was the recent one. I was thinking of the one from the year before.
Well, they actually just
How
had
many
another
more
one. They've
minutes
been
do we
launching
have?
them in the morning because a lot of people got in accidents from that night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people got in accidents, so they've been launching them in the mornings.
How many minutes we have?
Yeah.
We're good for another.
Okay.
We're good for another 6 minutes.
Okay, Blink 182, Tom DeLonge. You
Mhm.
guys know about
Yeah.
his
No,
His
no, no.
theory is
No, no, no,
everything.
what?
Yeah.
Blink 182 lead singer from back in the day. Well, the original
Yeah.
Tom.
But what about him? You said something about his company or what?
Yeah, his company. Something about the stars. He has like these former CIA people and like
What?
in his company, and he actually had a press conference and all this stuff.
No.
He's
Dude,
really
please,
big.
please,
He's
please tell
really
me,
big
please
on
tell
that
me.
now,
Okay.
dude.
Please inform me. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
So before he released all this stuff, he claimed that he had CIA intel stuff about NASA and
Oh, sorry.
aliens
Shit,
and
shit,
Area 51. He couldn't give out names and all this stuff. And everyone was like saying like, you're bullshit. He even went on the Joe Rogan show, and Joe was trying to ask like,
Oh, really quick. Look, this
Yeah.
is the atmosphere. It's not space. Even though he's wearing that, it's a pressurized suit, but it's not like a legitimate spacesuit. But sorry, go
Nice.
ahead.
anyways, Tom was telling Joe all this crazy stuff. He's like, there's certain names I can't say. So he was saying like, this person told me this, and this. He showed me this, and that.
Tom DeLonge is saying all this
Yes.
stuff.
And Joe was telling him like, who's telling you this? And all this, like he's always asking questions. You know how Joe is.
Yeah.
And then
He
Tom was
pries.
like, Tom most of them he was like, I can't say that, or I can't say this, I can't say it, but I could tell you this. Anyways, so he's saying all this stuff. No one's believing him, and he's like, I'm coming out on a press conference with all these people back me up, former CIA people and all this stuff. He has a press conference, and they're gonna build this space shuttle that's gonna take you from here to the ocean like that.
Mhm.
And they have like this technology, blah blah blah. So I was getting into crazy dark holes inside on YouTube,
Yeah.
Dude.
and they were talking about this, about how I think it's the CIA. They have these people to train to lie to you. They're trained to lie.
Yeah.
So there was this quick story about some guy who lived close to Area 51, and smart guys, and he was able to catch in little conversations going from Area 51. He was able to like whatever decode or understand what they were trying to talk about. They find out. So this guy, he comes and meets with them. He discusses what he found out, and he's like, wow, this guy has too much information. He was smart enough to figure out what we were talking about. So the CIA guy goes to his callings, and they're like, something, make him believe, yeah, you're right, it is about aliens, when it has nothing to do with the aliens. So they like to feed us and make us feel comfortable that all this stuff going on is about aliens.
And it's
They're just,
really
they're
not.
just like, yeah, believe it.
Yeah,
To
believe
get
that.
you off their
They're
They're
trail.
like, yeah,
Get
yeah.
off your trail.
Like,
And
what the fuck?
they-
yeah, believe that.
And this guy, the CIA guy, fucked him up so hard that he had to go into mental.
Like a psychiatric.
yeah.
Like a psychiatric ward.
Because they kept on like, yeah, aliens, this, but you know,
Oh man.
and it fucked his head up. His family, like, he had a company, he had to give it to his family because he went to this hospital because he was going too crazy from.
Probably was
So
digging
that's
too
everything
deep.
he said.
Now who was that?
Like he got a
That was the
bad
guy
batch.
that worked for.
No, this is a story. Okay, so that story I just told you, I think that's what they're doing to Tom. These CIA people
Ah,
are
man.
using Tom to give the bigger audience, us.
Probably because he can relate
Fake.
to.
We're all,
Yeah.
we're all
it's
into,
misinformation.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're all think
Oh yeah, dude. They've
There's
been doing that for
these
years.
UFO.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
These UFOs that we think we're seeing, they're
Man,
actually
Angels and Airwaves was so.
not. They're
good.
not UFOs. They're actually our own things
Oh,
that
we're
we're
making
testing.
up.
That we're testing. We're making, but they don't want us to know what type of technology we have.
Yeah,
whatever.
because we're open our mouth and
they're
go tell
saying,
Russia or some shit.
yeah, it's aliens.
I'll for sure tell
It's
Russia.
aliens. This and that. And I'll be back because I think the camera's.
Yeah, take a quick break. I didn't know about
I'm
that shit. I'm
fucked
fucking
up.
now
Dude.
so deep into it because
Bro.
now people are gonna probably get into a rabbit hole from watching what you just talked about, and
Yeah.
I'm fucking down to do it too. Cause like, how did I not know about the lead singer of Blink 182 / Angels and Airwaves?
Yeah.
Didn't he do one more? Did he do?
No.
No.
I think he did.
He did one. What's
Maybe, I
Owl
don't-
City, right? Was that him? Was
That
Owl
sounds
City?
familiar. It sounds
I
really
think
familiar.
he did 3. I think he
Maybe.
did 3 bands.
Really quick.
Owl City as in Fireflies?
Yeah.
Wait, hey, you have a tramp stamp?
Just kidding.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Let me see.
Yeah, I have
turn
one too.
around.
How can we-
I
Turn
have one
around.
too.
Let me see.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, let me
Turn
see.
around.
Well, you
I
seen
wanna
it.
see the
Well,
tramp
you guys-
stamp.
Well, no, you seen. Well, it's
You
not really a
saw it.
tramp stamp. I
No,
saw yours.
his. I need to see his
yours.
tramp stamp.
Yeah.
Let me see yours.
Wait, you have a
Come on,
tramp
do it.
stamp?
Well, not really. It's like my whole
No,
back.
I'm gonna get a tramp stamp.
At
I'm
least
gonna
to
go
my
to your
butt
tattoo
crack.
shop
Let me
now.
see. I
See,
don't even
this
have a tramp
is
stamp.
when the camera needs to be on.
It is on.
Get up.
Turn it
He's
off.
like- he's
Wait, I
like,
mean, yeah,
huh?
show it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
This is gold. This is gold. This is gold. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wait, I can't see
Hashtag
it.
mad 5-piece. Turn around. Turn around. Just bend over for the camera.
Piece. Oh my god.
Okay, can you explain it?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I can explain it.
All right,
What
cool.
it sounds like is like a couple dudes ordered like a 5-piece chicken tenders and shoved them in your ass.
Honey Dijon mustard.
Oh,
One
just
guy.
one? Okay, hold on. He needs a
He said
drink.
just
He needs a
one.
drink. And meanwhile, Brian, I didn't know you had a tramp stamp.
Yeah, my back.
I mean,
it
after
leads to my butt crack.
after kind of we like, cut off our relationship
You know.
and we just became
Look,
straight friends.
here's the deal.
Oh.
Oh, man. You
Yeah,
got a
oh, I've
cool
seen
one.
that.
That's not a tramp stamp. That's a real back tattoo. I got.
That's a fucking man stamp.
No, but like sometimes when like I bend down, I usually like cover it with my hand or like when I feel my shirt's going up, but I feel like you could barely see something, a little something. I'm like,
But you got that nice butt. You don't
I
have
have
like
a
because I've
fucking
seen
hashtag on my ass.
Jay kind of has that butt where like it goes like crack to back.
yeah. There's no like separation. It's just like,
there's no
it's
sexy.
very square right there.
There's no sexy like grade to
Or
it.
no
You
dimples.
You're literally like harping on my fucking insecurity. Like I have been working out for 5 years. 5
Oh,
years.
no. I mean,
And-
you look good.
Right.
Up here.
I like your
I mean,
arms.
I'm aggressively average,
You,
and you know what?
You're
That
beautiful.
part is just not fucking with me. These love handles are for keeps.
you are the most handsome white male.
I like love handles.
I-
Love handles
I-
are nice.
I grab
Nice
my-
how?
There can't be too much love handle, but a
No.
love
No.
handle,
It's
love
not-
handles are
My shit's
nice.
not spilling over the sides.
No,
but
if it's
fucking up
not
my
if it's
figure.
not spilling, it's cool. There's a end to end ratio of love.
Anyway.
Stop! I have love
got-
handles too.
Come on.
I know they're not bad. I mean, they're not exactly a deal breaker, but they really throw off. The
They
whole
are a negotiating
physique.
chip
Can
for
I
sure.
say
No,
some
not
other
bad.
dark secret stuff?
Oh, let's get dark,
Dark
Brian.
secrets.
Let's get fucking dark.
Secret.
All right.
It's
Tramp
10:58.
stamps and
Let's
secrets.
get dark.
I didn't know there was different types of satanicism.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
there's so much
Oh
Satanism.
yeah, dude.
I didn't know
Like
there was
different
different
types.
kinds of
You get
nipples.
to
the,
pick.
like the black church and like the black priest wizard guy with the
Yeah.
bald head. And okay, so theirs is mostly based off of like
Ooh, I need a drink. That fucking scared me.
like a certain type of stuff. But there's this other type where like no matter what you want, it's okay. So
Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
so pretty much I got into these dark videos about Satan type of
You need to start sending me links.
It's warm
dude.
in
dude.
here.
yeah, Satan type of like American like higher ups fucking like younger kids and like all this crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's that whole Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
Okay.
That was the thing that owned me last time on
Dude.
the fucking internet, dude. I got sucked into a Pizzagate hole, and I was like, that Hillary Clinton bitch. She's out here fucking kids, bro.
And they have like these codes that
Don't we all just
they
fucking
think
kids?
they mean something, and like
I mean, like, not fucking kids,
What we? Yeah,
but like we're a bunch
like
of
we're
fucking
just a
kids.
bunch of kids.
Yeah, damn it, stab you.
God damn it.
Fuck, man.
What? You caught it?
It's just there's two
you
trains
farted?
of thought.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
he
he
fucks
says,
kids.
like, oh yeah, we're just fucking kids.
Anyway,
But I'm
pizza
like,
fucking
yeah, we're
good.
just a bunch of fucking kids. Like the tone really sets that sentence.
Yeah, it depends on how you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Let's
Ryan.
talk
Go ahead.
about
I'm
it,
sorry.
I honestly I'm not lying. I had everything and just went. It's shit.
Dude,
So
you were
much of the
talking, we
difference
were
I
talking
can-
about how we
Titanic.
got on Pizzagate and that shit was a black hole, man.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
Pizzagate? I'm sorry, I don't think I've heard of that.
Okay,
Dude.
Pizzagate was supposedly a sex ring
Yeah.
that was going on underneath a pizza parlor
I heard about that.
in
DC.
DC,
okay.
Philadelphia. No, it was
Whoa.
Philadelphia. It wasn't DC.
It's like right by where
Yeah,
Hillary
it's-
Clinton would run her campaign.
Yeah,
dude.
so
It was, like,
basically,
down the fucking
Philadelphia and Washington were really close, but it was in
Mm.
Philadelphia. I
Evil.
believe it was Philadelphia.
And they got caught, right?
Well, it's not that they got caught. Somebody
They're not
read.
gonna get
Somebody
caught.
read
WikiLeaks.
well, some,
It was
hold on,
their
well,
emails. Their
hold on.
emails were weird as fuck, and they kept using certain menu items
Certain
as
words.
code.
Yeah, certain words.
and
Oh.
it
But
meant
somebody
for different things
went
about kids.
off of a Reddit strand,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and some dude showed up with an AR-15 to fucking shoot up this pizza
Yeah.
parlor. And they went and they investigated, and there was nothing down there. So they called it
course.
Pizzagate because it was this big old conspiracy
Like
about this
Watergate.
pizza parlor.
That fool
But
knew
there was
about
a lot
it,
of
and
code-
he just didn't want to.
Well, there was a bunch of
but-
code word. There was a bunch of code words.
Yeah,
that
and
they
he
thought-
was just an angry redneck that wanted to shoot pedophiles. Fine, we all do.
No, and I get that, but he just went off of what was on the internet. But they used words that people were like when it on WikiLeaks
Yeah.
came out, where they were like, "Oh, it has to be the pizza parlor on here," and they just people started piecing
Mm.
shit.
it's called
like the
Comet
alien
Pizza.
thing.
Yeah.
It was like the alien
I'll
thing.
look it
People
up.
were like looking
Don't go
up,
there.
people were looking up shit and believing stuff, and then turn it into a thing that was bigger than it was. Not that there isn't anything there.
No,
There's
yeah.
definitely
So
some shit
the-
there.
the
Dude,
only-
the artwork in Comet Pizza is fucking weird, dude. And it
I
has
think
to,
that was
and there's
another-
like
Yeah.
that was
there's
another
like
thing, yeah.
there's like it's like weird satanic
Yes.
ritual pedophilia art on the walls
Okay.
in the building. It's weird as fuck. There's been reports of kids screaming in a room next over. It's just.
But see, this is a
Okay.
so go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead. I know you want to say
the,
some
the
shit.
only reason I brought up the whole Satanism thing was because
You're converting?
there's these documented videos of like the kids that were saved talking about it. So first it started off with older kids talking about this, and they were interviewing these older kids like between 13 and higher, teens and whatever.
Mhm.
So when they have these psychology people that talk to them,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Psychologists, yeah.
Psychiatrists.
psychologists, yeah.
Psychiatrists.
So psychiatrists, something. They're saying they might be lying, they might be telling the truth. The reason they were leaning more on lying is that since these kids are older, they might have experienced some like sexual traumatization where the mind starts
Piecing together their own
different stories and
Yeah.
whatever. But then they started interviewing young kids, young kids, and
More honest.
they were saying that
shit they can't make up.
a kid that young can't say I was getting butt fucked.
Yeah. No.
and it was being penetrated all these positions and and when they were interviewing these younger kids, they were saying, what would you see when you were in this room? They were saying, I saw skulls, people around a circle, and they started naming these satanic rituals and all this stuff, and each of these people had one thing that one would say that matched the same story. Like they would be thrown inside
Collaborating.
a box. They would throw inside this box with spiders and all this stuff and like tortured until the ritual would begin. So there was this paper that this guy was reading from this psychiatrist saying, I believe this whatever-year-old girl because I think she is telling the truth. At his conclusion at the end of like the very last sentence, he's like, I believe her.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
And having a 3-year-old, they can't they can't imagine shit
unless they
see
really
it.
see it.
Okay. So my kid, I have a video on my computer, either this one or the other one, and my cousin saw it.
Yeah.
And I said, "Show me a zombie." And my kid couldn't even talk yet, and he's like, bah, like he does this funny thing. He's in a diaper, right? But he knows what a zombie was. I showed him what a zombie was. He knows how it's done. So whatever. You can't if a kid goes up to you and you've never showed him anything or no one's ever said anything, he can't just come up with that.
Yeah.
So like
Fucking
sometimes
so.
like when he comes, like yesterday I heard my cousin arguing with him. She's like, you need to say sorry. You can't do that. And he goes, I'm my own person. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went out there and I asked him, where did you hear that from? And my cousin told me, oh, well, I told him that he's his own person because he usually messes with my daughter, his sister. And he'll like fuck with her or whatever. He goes, hey, leave her alone. You're your own person. Okay. She's her own person. So that stuck with him.
Yeah.
So for kids even
Yeah.
older than him, when they hear things or see things or whatever, experience things, they can only, if you don't teach them as a parent, if I don't teach them that, he heard it from somewhere.
Yeah.
I know my kid.
Yeah.
So if these kids are having those experiences as
Yeah.
a parent, you know, like
And-
without a doubt, I would believe it.
And when you know those drawings that you were saying that they would, you see satanic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this, not the traditional, pentagram star, but there's this other specific star that they would drop in these things I would find, and these
In a
kids.
circle.
No, it's actually this other looking weird star. But these kids were saying, yeah, I remember seeing this star.
The pentagram?
That's not a pentagram.
Is it the repentagram?
No,
The one with more?
no. It's more. It's sharper up. It's like up.
Mm.
It's like more like this instead of it being like this.
Well, you know how they found the whole
More.
secret society thing, right? They blew that thing open.
Mm-mm.
Alex Jones went to that. I don't know
Oh,
if
the
anybody knows.
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah,
okay,
he
gotcha.
went there and he fucking lost his mind. He's
Mhm.
opening his mouth. I'm surprised that dude's not dead yet. Like, I know he's even admitted that he's fake, that he
Oh, of
plays
course.
a
Oh,
character.
really?
He's a character.
He's
Yeah.
admitted
He's
it?
admitted
he's a
it, yeah,
character,
because his wife was
Oh.
taking him to court and was going to take his kids away.
Mm.
And he admitted, oh, I
personality
just play, it's a
character.
personality. I
Yeah.
just play a character. It's not real.
But he plays it so good. Like a lot.
Yeah,
of
he
people
plays
think
it good,
it's-
and it's sad because they put him on like Fox
Yeah.
News, and people just believe him.
Yeah.
But he's a fraud. He's a fake. But he went to this thing and he really saw some shit, and he was with other people. And I think he has photos or whatever.
He has
Well,
footage.
there's older
Yeah.
photos too
Yeah, he
of
has
like
shit.
presidents gathering there, and
yeah,
it's not
It's all-
like
it's all
Ovi Okro. Look at Drake's thing with the
Mhm.
with
The
the
owl.
owl. It's the
Yeah.
same exact.
What-
It's the same
if
exact
you ever
symbol.
look at the $100 bill and catch
There's
all
an
the
owl up
owls
in
on
the
the back,
corner.
there's owls in the trees. and-
Weaving spiders come not here.
So, there's this guy I talked to. Well, I knew this a long time ago, but the whole like celebrity kind of all that.
Because they're
it's all-
influencers, just how you talked about what's his name from Blink 182.
Well, no, I think it's all business and controversial to get people to talk.
yeah,
It's nothing like they're legitimate in the Illuminati and they legitimate, because I do that too. I do it a lot.
I think there is a satanic objective.
Well,
I don't know if it's
'cause-
satanic
no,
necessarily.
because I do it because all these people
I think
work
everything
with,
is spiritual, bro. Like to say that it's all carnal would mean
No,
that
I'm not,
it's
okay. I'm not
senseless.
saying
Okay,
all of it, but
okay.
mostly
I see
a
what you
lot of
mean.
it. Like I work with a lot of artists, and when we sit down and we talk about certain things, I what's it?
Collaborate.
No, fuck. What's that? It starts with a P. Fuck.
Pussy.
I tell them an idea that I want to put into.
You
the-
pitch?
I pitch ideas, like weird ideas, because I know a lot of like business thing. Try to get people to talk to you, and they watch your videos and they get to know you and whatever. Because I do that in my own stuff. So there's this specific eye I like to use in a lot of videos, and I'll put them in like maybe like I'll do like a glitch effect, and you'll see that eye real fast in like maybe 4 clips.
It's
you'll
like
see it.
subliminal message.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's all just so like you'd watch it like I'm gonna
Mm.
look into it now. You're
Yeah.
looking into their Instagram, you're looking into their photos, and like, because I do that a lot in my own stuff, and I do that on a lot of famous artists.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
a
something
way of like.
Marketing, just to get people talking, and it's not
Yeah.
anything serious. But
I think that there's just levels to it. You know, and I guess you can read into it as much as you want.
oh, of course, yeah, like but that's just my experience in being in the actual industry.
Damn, man, this one got deep, dude.
It got pretty deep.
This is a lot.
Damn,
I gotta YouTube a bunch of shit now, man.
dude, I'm gonna send you these videos. You're
Please
gonna go
send
deep.
it. We'll go deeper on the next one for sure. But I mean, for episode 10, this was a pleasure.
This was fucking
So
good.
fucking cool to to make
Yeah,
it
I could
this
say
far.
my mind is blown right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be up till like 3 a.m. just looking
I'm gonna send you
Yeah.
some
looking
The internet
videos up.
owns me.
Please send
Yeah.
me some stuff.
Put them in the chat so I can send them. These
Yeah, we'll
videos.
add 'em.
You,
We'll add 'em.
you probably won't sleep tonight.
I'm not
sorry.
gonna
Oh,
sleep
that's
tonight.
alright.
I'm gonna go to bed because I'm pretty drunk, and then, but I gotta take my boy home over here. We gotta fucking talk some
It
business.
was a tramp stamp.
Okay, mijos.
But
Until
yeah,
next time.
thank you guys again. I
Alright.
know we haven't said this in a while. Please like and subscribe.
Happy 10th.
Yeah, happy 10, man. This is cool. iPhone 10, episode 10. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, bye.
Until next
Bye.
time.